Title: I found an old VHS tape in my new apartment. The footage is still changing. Posted to R. Nosleep. I just moved into a new apartment 2 weeks ago. It's small, old, and creaky. Exactly what you'd expect from a pre-war walk-up in a forgotten part of the city, the kind of place where your neighbors don't talk to you, and the radiators make sounds like they're alive. I took it because it was cheap, and because I was desperate. What I didn't know was that someone left something behind. It started with the closet. I found it while cleaning. One of those high-up panels in the bedroom ceiling, the kind you have to poke with a broomstick, a crawl space. Inside, there was nothing except dust, cobwebs, and one item, a black VHS tape in a plain white sleeve. No label, no markings, just a piece of masking tape on the front with "Play Me" written in smeared black ink. I should have thrown it out, but I didn't. I've always had a thing for analog horror, so I dug out my old combo TV VCR from storage and popped the tape in. It started with static, then faint sound, a low hum, like an air conditioner in another room. The picture slowly sharpened, revealing a dimly lit basement, all concrete and mold. A single wooden chair sat in the center, and facing the camera, a man. He looked about 40, pale, unshaven, wearing a hospital gown. His eyes were swollen shut. Dried blood caked the corners of his mouth. He looked like he hadn't slept in days. He leaned toward the camera and whispered, "If you're watching this, they already know." Then he screamed. The footage cut to black, then glitched, then resumed with the man sitting in the chair again. But this time, he wasn't alone. 4 hooded figures stood behind him in a half circle. They didn't move. They didn't speak. The man cried, whispering something over and over. "Please, I gave it to her. Please, I gave it away. I don't have it anymore." Suddenly, one of the hooded figures stepped forward and placed something in the man's lap. It was another VHS tape. The screen went black again. I sat there, cold sweat forming on my neck. Then the screen lit up again, this time with a different location, my living room. At first, I thought I was imagining things, but I recognized the chipped molding, the crooked floorboard near the window. The angle was from the hallway, like someone had filmed it from just outside the room. No one was there, just empty furniture, gently creaking under old weight. Then, frame by frame, something began to change. A shadow stretched across the floor, growing longer, wider, until it covered half the room. And then, from the shadow, a hand began to emerge. That's when I shut the TV off. I didn't sleep that night. I put the tape back in the crawl space and sealed the panel with duct tape. Told myself it was just someone's weird art project. But the next morning, I woke up to find the VCR powered on again. The tape had rewound itself, and on top of the VCR, resting perfectly square, was a second tape. No writing on this one, just a red fingerprint smeared across the front. I didn't want to watch it. I really didn't. But I felt like I had to, like something was building behind my eyes, pressing inward. So I played it. This time, it opened with a date, October 13th, 1997, followed by Apartment 3C, transfer in progress. The footage showed a woman, mid-30s, long dark hair, sitting in the same wooden chair from the first tape. She was crying, whispering prayers under her breath. One of the hooded figures placed their hand on her shoulder. "Do you accept the burden?" She nodded. Another figure handed her a VHS tape, exactly like mine. She clutched it like a lifeline and said, "Let it be me. Let it be me this time." The screen cut to static, then to black, and then to me. I don't mean someone who looks like me. It was me, sitting on the floor in my apartment, wearing the same hoodie, same pants, watching a tape. Behind me in the footage, the closet panel was open. A hand was reaching out. I turned around so fast I knocked over the TV tray. Nothing there. But when I looked back at the screen, the figure in the footage was gone. Just an empty living room. I haven't left the apartment since. Every time I try, the elevator won't come, or the door won't open, or I feel violently sick the second I touch the knob. It's like the place wants me to stay. I've been rationing food. Lights flicker constantly. I stopped looking in mirrors because things in them move a second too slow. The other night I heard scraping from inside the walls. And last night, the TV turned on by itself again. This tape didn't show a basement or my apartment. It showed a dark room lined with VHS tapes from floor to ceiling. Hundreds, maybe thousands. Each tape had a name on it, and one of them was mine. The camera zoomed in on it slowly, until all I could see was the white label. Even marks. Received, that's my name. The footage continued. A hand reached out, pulled the tape from the shelf and inserted it into a player. The screen glitched, then it showed me sitting on the floor, watching the footage again. A loop. But this time, I could see the closet door slowly opening behind me. This morning, a fourth tape appeared. It was already in the VCR, waiting. I turned it on. It showed an overhead shot of me sleeping. At first, I thought it was a camera glitch, but then I saw the timestamp. It was recorded last night, and something was standing at the foot of my bed. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm afraid to watch the next tape. Afraid of what I'll see. Afraid it'll show me something I haven't done yet. Because I think the tapes are recording my future and playing it back until I fulfill it. Right now, the fifth tape is sitting on my kitchen table. No label, just a single word carved into the plastic. Transfer. I think I know what that means now. Every person on the tapes, they weren't victims. They were hosts, and when they couldn't take it anymore, they passed it on. Left the tape somewhere for someone else to find. It's how the entity spreads. Through curiosity, through people like me. So now I'm writing this to warn you, because after I post this, I'm going to leave the fifth tape somewhere. Maybe in a thrift shop, a donation bin, a public library, someplace dark and forgotten, where someone else will find it, because I can't take it anymore. The shadow is in the walls now. It's learning my voice. It's trying to wear my skin. And I think if I don't pass it on soon, I'll be the next one in the chair. If you ever find a VHS tape with no label, don't play it. Burn it. Bury it. Run. And if it says transfer on it, it's already too late. I backed away, heart racing. That's when a voice spoke right behind me. You dropped this. I turned. It was the little girl again. But she wasn't alone now. 4 more people stood behind her, silent, unmoving, dressed like mannequins from different eras. a 1950s paperboy, a woman in a 1920s flapper dress, a man in a stovepipe hat, an old woman in mourning black. Each one was holding something that belonged to me. My keys, my wallet, my work badge, my hoodie, even the little stuffed keychain from my car mirror. "You left these behind," the girl said. I didn't remember dropping any of it. And then she held out her hand. In her palm was a small brass key. "You can come inside, just for a little." I turned and ran. No directions, no logic. I just sprinted, block after block, until I collapsed in front of a hedge that hadn't been there before. And through it, I saw the main road. Cars, street lights, a convenience store. Home. I clawed through the hedge and fell onto the pavement. When I looked back, Valamir was gone. Just a blank alley. Becca cried when I told her. She believed me. She said I was lucky. Most people who walk the street never come back at all. Or if they do, they change. They forget who they were. They stop talking. They start collecting things. And here's the thing I haven't told anyone, not even her. Every night since then, I dream of Valamir Street. Sometimes I'm walking it again. Other times, I'm watching someone else walk it. And each night, I get closer to one of the houses. Last night, I woke up with the dirt under my nails and a brass key in my hand. Update. I got curious, too curious. I went back last night, I know. You don't have to say it, but I didn't go alone. Becca came with me. She said she'd never forgiven herself for letting me walk it the first time. So we agreed. If either of us saw anything, we'd leave immediately. We parked at the hill, waited until 12:01 a.m., and drove the same route I'd taken before. And sure enough, Valamir appeared. This time it looked different, brighter, more awake. The gas lamps burned higher, the windows were all lit. We didn't get out of the car, but as we turned to leave, the street behind us changed again, and Becca gasped because someone was standing in the middle of the road. A man in a hoodie, my exact build, my exact face. He waved at me and smiled. We drove away and haven't talked about it since. But I saw something in my mailbox this morning. No stamp, no name, just a slip of paper, aged and yellowed, with one sentence on it. "You left something behind, and he wants to give it back. If you ever find Valamir Street, don't go in, don't talk, don't stay, and never accept anything they offer, because once you do, they remember your name